So my E92 M3 2008 model has gone through a massive change and reviving over the last year if you've been following, but the upgrades I'm showing you guys today are probably my favorite by far, especially in terms of aesthetic. So without further ado, I'm not going to keep you guys waiting. Enjoy this B-roll and we'll get back to it. Check this out. So right off the bat, let me give you the specs. So these are the Apex VS5RS fully forged wheels. These are not a new wheel. They are very common in the BMW space and they are popular for a reason. They're fantastic fully forged performance wheels, and I love them. And they're also finished in this beautiful brushed silver, which I was looking for to begin with, and this wheel with that finish is absolutely amazing. Wrapped in PS4S Michelins, also very common for a reason. I thought about going Cup 2s, but it's very rainy in Florida. They're not exactly known for their wet weather performance, so sticking with PS4S for now. Next set, if I want to upgrade and change it up, I don't know, we'll see. Also went with 265, 285 rear instead of the stock 245, 265 to give a little more meat. Didn't want to go anything too aggressive like 295 or 305 or something, just to give it a little more performance, a little more stance, and some more rubber for the wheels. So I think that is a really nice quality OEM plus, yet also a little more aggressive fitment. But the bigger announcement here, an upgrade for this car, is the full Brembo GT big brake kit. This is the actual GT kit designed for the E92 M3. I say that because there are a lot of different kits out there that you can retro for a different model or even a different car. I've seen guys run Mercedes or Camaro or all kind of stuff to save money. And while that is good, you guys know my goal with this car. I want to keep it as true to E92 or E9X M3 parts as possible, while still getting performance, luxury, everything, you know, the upgrades that this car deserves. So I opted for the full Brembo with the red calipers and with the J-hook design on the rotors versus the slotted or the drilled. The J-hook is a popular choice. A lot of the race cars run it, and there are some reasons why they do that, rust preventative, things like that. I don't know the full scope, but I think it looks good and there's performance there, so I went with that. But just look at the detail on these rotors. I mean, this is just absolutely a work of art. And then of course the calipers, massive 6-piston Brembos up front, and then for the rear, huge 4-piston in the rear to really give it massive stopping power. Big 380 mil rotors really adds a massive amount of stopping power. Of course, the GT kit also comes with stainless steel lines, so what you're looking at is basically 6-piston front, 4-piston rear. I upgraded to the RE71 Brembo pads, which are awesome. J-hook design rotors, stainless steel braided lines, all 4 corners. I also opted for the Motul RBF 700 brake fluid. So it's a race application, higher heat fade, higher boiling point. So through and through, from the fluid all the way to the rotor, full upgrade, full system upgrade. So not only does it look good, but performance wise, as you can imagine, this thing is a monster. Now for the E9X M3s, if you guys aren't familiar, the braking systems on these were okay. They did the trick, they stopped you, but they weren't known for their just aesthetic appeal and performance compared to the G8X series, which are also Brembo / Akebono series calipers and pad design. Really good system. I have no desire to run those. The pad surface on those are so big anyways, doing a BBK wouldn't even be that much of an upgrade regardless, especially because you can get carbon ceramics on these. I don't have mine, but of course I've got the RBF 660 fluid, stainless steel lines, upgraded pads, all that stuff. So it does the trick and it stops quick. But for this one, I wanted to upgrade the aesthetic and also give more performance for this car. And let me tell you, after the break-in procedure was completed, which that in and of itself is a whole thing I'll show you guys in a minute, but dude, the stopping on this, I had to get used to it, honestly. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. You know, like on cartoons, like where Bugs Bunny or something like gets blasted off, like the outline dust of his body is still there, but he's gone. That's how I felt when I first started using these brakes and trying to actually stop to get on it. I felt like I just shot forward and my freaking shirt and shorts just stayed in the seat. Like it literally comes to a halt, and it is insanely aggressive on these brakes. The car weighs less than the G8X. It's a smaller car, 6-piston up front, 4-piston in the rear. I mean, dude, this thing is aggressive when it stops. I love it. So had to get used to it for a second. Plus stainless steel lines, fluid, all that stuff. So it is a massive upgrade in terms of braking and performance for this car. So ceramic coating will be happening. I believe at the time of filming this, I'll be doing this tomorrow. I've had these on for about 2 weeks. I wanted to get some driving in and get some honest feedback for you guys, which I love to do. So again, been on the car for about 2 weeks, maybe a few hundred miles driving or so, post braking service. And you can see some brake dust buildup and whatnot. So I believe ceramic coating, I'm doing full wheels off the car, full calipers and everything tomorrow, so these guys will be good to go. And if you're not familiar with a braking service for, I mean, general braking, it's pretty much the same, but especially for Brembo, they have their own system. But you guys can pause the video and read that if you want to, but that's the break-in service. Pretty intense. It requires a lot to make sure the pads are properly bedded. Nothing new here. Break-in service for new pads and rotors is pretty common. They just have theirs to be pretty specific. Brembo authenticity check, pretty cool. Here's the old spacers that I had when I bought the car. If you guys remember, these are 15 mil front and rear that were on the car when I bought it. I don't even remember the brand, some weird, I don't know, seems like an off brand, but I'm not gonna be putting those back on. And then of course, this is what they came in, massive Brembo boxes. So I've got stock everything. You know, guys, I love keeping all the OEM stuff. You never know. You know, I don't plan on selling the car, but it doesn't matter. I'm a purist, I want the stuff. So OEM calipers, OEM rotors, OEM lines, which the actual lines were a Turner Motorsports stainless steel line, I believe, which helped a little bit, but nothing compared to what's on there now. But pads, everything, the whole system is in here. So I'll be keeping these, and I'll put those up with the rest of the OEM parts. Speaking of spacers, I don't have anything. So right now the car is sitting as is. So you've got a 265 up front, 285 in the rear. And also, I don't know if I mentioned or not, but these are 19s. My OE219 M wheels were 18-inch. These are 19s, mainly because the Brembos would not clear. I mean, they cleared, but it was like, dude, I couldn't even fit a couple pieces of paper between the calipers and the wheels. So now the 19s have plenty of space. So these are 19s, which I think actually give it a better stance and overall look. My general census when doing cars like this is I like going one size bigger, generally, not always, than what OEM recommends. 18's on here, so I think 19 looked the best. Even though 19 was an option from factory, you could get 19-inch wheels. I think they just look better. They fill the wheel well and they look better all around. So these are 19 by 9.5s up front and 19 by 10.5s in the rear, with the ET22 and the ET25. So 265, 285 is what I'm running. But back to the fitment, so that's the size of the wheels and tires. And right now, honestly, the fronts look pretty good to me. Clearance wise, no issues with the suspension or anything. Rears, I'm probably gonna run, I don't know, I'm probably gonna run, I'll start with a 5 mil, maybe a 10 millimeter. I don't want anything aggressive. Those of you that know me know I like functionality. I don't want it to be so flush and perfect that I'm sitting here rubbing and bouncing on the car. I want to be able to get on it have the body roll and move a little bit and have room for the wheels and tires to move and not hit the car. That's important to me. So I don't know, may do a 10 millimeter, maybe 12 millimeter, maybe even a 5, just to push that out just a hair. So we'll see on that. I'll keep you guys updated as to what I do, but I'm not sure. But the front to me looks really good. I'll probably end up keeping the front where it is. Full Brembo big brake kit and the new wheels and tire setup on the car changes the game. Plus we got the full AST coilovers, 5100 competitions, full active exhaust. There's a lot going on right now. I think next for me, guys, is probably going to be the valve covers. Those of you that know these generation know what I'm talking about. If you don't know, the factory valve covers are magnesium on these cars. They're lightweight, they're great, but over time they can start to deteriorate. And what happens here is they bubble up over a ton of heat cycles over time. This car being 18 years old, the outside of the magnesium, the paint is flaking, and it starts to do that on the inside, falls in the oil, cycles around. Not cool. I just did an oil change on this car, what, a week ago. Did a full engine flush, liquid moly engine flush, full 1060 Race Tech from Liquid Moly plus Ceratec in the car, and I could see under the oil cap just right there it starts to flake a little bit. So probably going to do a full new aluminum valve cover set. Not sure which one I'm going to go with. There's a couple out there. If you guys have recommendations on what you use, please let me know. I really do want to know. And then probably new seals, grommets, all that stuff, even the oil separator seals, all that stuff that's in that area. Going to have that redone as well because it needs to be done, and longevity for this car is important to me. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think with the new setup. I know it rides and handles great. Get some more driving content for you guys soon, but in the meantime, thank you so much. If you love watching my videos, consider subscribing. Helps me out a lot. So thank you as always, guys, and keep driving your legacy.